This is my name is Ada Black. Welcome back to Ada Black Experience right here on the PW's Zone. And today I want to talk to you guys, give you my thoughts on a couple of debuts that are gonna be happening this weekend at NXT Takeover 30 and at Summerslam. And those debuts are none other than former NFL player Pat McAfee as he takes on Adam Cole, and the newest WWE superstar, Dominik Mysterio, taking on Seth Rollins at SummerSlam in a street fight. Now, I want to give you my thoughts on these debuts. I want to ask you guys who you think had a better debut and who has a better chance of winning their matches, and I'm also gonna do a follow-up video the day after SummerSlam and give you my thoughts on how well they did on in their matches. So, with that being said, let's give you my thoughts on Pat McAfee. Now, Pat McAfee, he is a former NFL player. He's well known for playing for the NMS coach during the time where Payman was playing. He also is a current WWE personality. He appears on the kickoff shows for both NXT and WWE. He also did like a little bit of commentary on NXT and on SmackDown, where most of the roster was stuck in Saudi Arabia. But Pat McAfee had his fair share of wins with Adam Cole since he came to WWE. On the kickoff shows on NXT TV, as we saw a couple weeks ago, and on the watch-alongs that nobody watches on YouTube. And it all came to a head when Adam Cole was part of Pat McAfee's podcast, the Pat McAfee Show, and they were going back and forth, cussing each other out. And some people thought it was a suit, but the majority of the people, including myself, thought it was work from the start. And for the people that thought it was a suit, the suit you're complete idiots. We already knew from the jump that there was a work, because they gone back and forth in the past on WWE TV, on WWE YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. But this was a work, and it also made it obvious that these two were didn't really hate each other when Pat McAfee posted a picture of them shaking hands backstage before NXT 2 weeks ago. And yeah, late that night they went back and forth on during the Undisputed Era versus Imperium match, where because of Pat McAfee and Adam Cole yelling at each other at the announce table, the Undisputed Era lost their chance at tag titles. And Pat McAfee called Adam Cole a bitch, and all of a sudden he kicked him in the face with his famous puck kick. No relation to the Randy Orton puck kick we've been seeing for months, for a full month ever since Backlash, when he did it to S. And Triple H pretty much challenged Pat McAfee to a match against Adam Cole. Not like not Pat McAfee challenged Adam Cole or Adam Cole challenged Pat McAfee. Triple H, being the fucking father figure, be like, hey, I want you to have a match against Adam Cole. Not like not the other way around. But hey, Pat McAfee accepted the challenge. Adam Cole looking to kick the shit out of Pat McAfee at NXT Takeover, and they're gonna have a face-to-face conversation tonight on NXT TV, the last NXT before NXT Takeover 30. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. But as far as how well he will do, I mean, I think he gonna be pretty decent. I mean, this is the guy that did train. He did his training alongside Whit Rogers, one of the most legendary trainers out there, and he knows that when it comes to talking about professional wrestling, how bad it is right now. So I don't know. I don't have no doubt that Pat McAfee gonna be do well in this match, and it's gonna be a pretty decent match. And it would not surprise me if we win this match, because as we've seen in the past, when celebrities and athletes come in, they normally win against the WWE superstar. I mean, that's been happening every time we see it, and this is why people like myself, like Jocko, like majority of IWG writers has said that NXT had that WWE stink to it, because this is something we see on the main roster. Hell, we started this past October when Tyson Fury beat Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel. So it would not surprise me to see Pat McAfee win here against Adam Cole. Maybe you have Undisputed Era cause Adam Cole to match, so that's pretty much have them kick Adam Cole out of the group. Cause I think it's time for Adam Cole to go with the main roster, whether it be on Raw or SmackDown, and have Undisputed Era continue to do their dominance in a team. And apparently, Triple H said that Undisputed Era will be an NXT exclusive stable. So you're not gonna see Undisputed Era together on the main roster anytime soon, unless Cole, Fizz, O'Reilly, and Strong all go to the main roster together, and they make a new Undisputed Era involving other NXT superstars that we probably don't care about. But that's my thoughts on Pat McAfee's match against Adam Cole. I want to talk about what I think about Dominik Mysterio and his match against the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, at Summerslam. Now, as you guys know, Dominik Mysterio is the newest superstar of the WWE. I think that was a no-brainer, because we've been hearing rumors about it. Him signing to WWE officially months ago, and Dominik Mysterio is not no stranger when it comes to being involved with major storylines. I mean, this is the guy that had to watch Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero fight for custody of him. I mean, he was watching his actual father and a guy that would claim to be his father fighting to see who would be the actual father of Dominik. That was 15 years ago. 15 years later, he's having a match against one of the most decorated WWE superstars of all time, Seth Rollins. And yeah, as much as we crap on Seth Rollins, as much as guys make the ass out of himself, you cannot deny the fact that this guy is one of the greatest superstars of WWE history. He is a future Hall of Famer. He won every championship in WWE, with the exception of the NXT and SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I mean, the guy's on another level, but he's still an asshole. But anyway, Dominik Mysterio had his first physical confrontation in WWE when he faced off against the Beast. When the Beast, Brock Lesnar, pretty much threw him around on the first episode of Monday Night Raw, post brand split, post the WWE draft this past year, and since then we had Dominik Mysterio and Rey Mysterio team up against Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, and that's where we saw Dominik do the 619 with his father, did a false splash on Brock Lesnar, and later on in this year we saw Seth Rollins getting involved with Rey Mysterio and have Dominik be part of that storyline, and we've seen Dominik physical Wallace and Bitch Boy Murphy. Yeah, that's my new name for Blake Barry Murphy. Is Bitch Boy Murphy. You know, that's all you need to go for, being a bitch boy. But I digress. We see him get a physical with Wallace and Bitch Boy Murphy, and we see him do the 619. We see him doing a crossbody on the outside. We got a lot of height on that, and we see him using the equalizer, the candlestick. I mean, it's like, am I looking at Dominik Mysterio? Am I looking at El Sandman? This is the Sandman levels now. Him walking around with a candlestick. All he needed is a beer or a Corona beer, and he be good to go. I digress on that. But seeing Rey Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio, facing off against Rollins in these past couple weeks, I mean, he can't hang with Rollins. Do I think he'll win his match against Rollins? I don't think so. Yeah, you have Rey Mysterio gonna be in the corner of Dominik, and you got Bitch Boy Murphy in the corner of Rollins in a street fight. So technically, it's a tag team match, but is promoted as the one-on-one match between Dominik Mysterio and Seth Rollins. But what I want to see after this feud with Seth Rollins, I want to see Dominik go down to NXT for a year or two, because this guy thinks he gotta be on the main roster after this feud with Seth Rollins is over. He got nothing coming. He'll be lost in the shuffle. He'll be swimming with the fists if he's stuck in the main roster after this feud. Because he can just tell by the body language, he's not ready to be in that ring full time as on the main roster. I mean, I'm not a wrestler myself, but I know for a fact that this guy is not ready. He's not capable of being a main roster superstar. You need to go down to NXT or 205 Live, whatever you want to put him in. But he's not ready to be on Raw. He's not ready to be on SmackDown. Just send him to NXT. As soon as his feud with someone is over with. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need to get better, a little bit better in the ring. You need to work on the mic skills, because that's probably the most important thing in WWE right now is delivering a promo. But that's what I want to see from Dominik. Just send him to NXT after his feud with Seth Rollins. They're gonna have his match at SummerSlam, and probably gonna have another match a week later at Payback, which I don't know why they have a pay-per-view right after SummerSlam, but whatever. But that's my opinion on Dominik Mysterio and Pat McAfee. Let me know down below who you think will have the better debut, Pat McAfee or Dominik Mysterio, and who you think will win their matches at SummerSlam and NXT Takeover. And again, I will do a follow-up video on Monday after SummerSlam and give you my thoughts on who had a better match, who looked more impressive in their debut match at Takeover and at SummerSlam. But in the meantime, make sure to like the video, subscribe, tap the bell, and make sure you tune in Monday so I do another extra Black experience right after SummerSlam, talking about the debuts of Pat McAfee and Dominik Mysterio and how well they did in their debut matches. But until then, I'm not gonna say Black. I'm out.